FearnutZ, it's a show where two guys talk to you. Even though you can't talk back, Mr. Beatin' or some fearsome are two talking guys. Last 30 minutes to an hour, those two guys that I mentioned have a show named FearnutZ. And you should watch it right now.
Alright, welcome to a FearnutZ Hour review. Today we're going to review two things. First up will be Borderlands 2. Those that know me know I was a huge fan of the first game, loved it, put hours and hours in it, had 3 max level characters. Which, if you've got any experience with the game, you know that means I put a shit ton of hours in. Probably going to end up doing the same on this one. We'll start off if you're new to Borderlands. Basically it's a first-person shooter with RPG elements, which means that you're going to be killing a lot of stuff, gaining experience, and looting items for it. Now, where Borderlands really shines is its multiplayer and the amount of weapons it has and the variations in weapons. This is a game that is built all around just mass murder on everyone that opposes you, and just wants to keep giving you new and different ways to do it. And it's pretty fun because it also really emphasizes killing everyone with your friends. So I mean, you know, if you're into co-op gaming, it's a given. You're probably going to enjoy this. If you like first-person shooters, then you should give Borderlands a try. If you like first-person shooters a little bit, but you find them too mundane or repetitive because you just keep doing the same thing with like 10 different weapons, then again, give Borderlands a try. It also it takes all this and it peppers it with a really nice humor just dotted throughout, especially like kind of geeky pop culture references all throughout. Like, for instance, in one mission in Borderlands 2, you have to hunt down this group of mutant assassins that live in the sewer and have to be baited out using pizza. And their names are like Ralph, Don, you know, obvious throw to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's actually one of a couple Ninja Turtle references in it. But it's little things like that. You can tell it's built by children of the 80s. And being one of those myself, you know, it's good humor. I like it. Now, for fans of the first Borderlands games, wondering how it compares, it's got even better graphics, although from what I heard on the first one, they kind of had to just add a filter at the end because it looked too much like Fallout, and they never intended for it to have the look that it now is known for. So obviously they would have had a chance to tweak it and fine-tune it by now, and it worked. It looks really good, it moves really well, it sounds great on it. Whoever's in charge of picking their soundtracks picked great intro music for both of the intro scenes for each game. And this one, they still have the original characters, but they're not playable. They're in the storylines, and so you'll meet them and get to delve a little deeper into their story and like where the first characters came from and what they do now, and learn more about the backstory of the whole planet and world in general. Now, there were some changes made. The classes are definitely representative of the classes in the first game, but there's a lot of changes. So it's just like vague references for the most part. And a lot of those changes, in my opinion, seem to be geared towards weakening you. I guess, I mean, if you had a good team in the first one, you were pretty much just beasting through everything. And now, if you have a good team, you can be good, but if you have a smart team, you can be better. Like, I played with a team that was pretty good, and I was the lowest level, and by far the weakest of the four of us. But in this huge boss fight, I was the only one not dying constantly, because I was the only one that figured out there's a building in the middle of the battleground. Why not put it between me and the boss when I'm reloading and he's firing his main cannons? Thought that would have been common sense, but guess not. So my team got their ass handed to them. But anyway, like with the sniper class, Bloodwing is gone, so you can't just send him out to slow groups down or hurt them and get you money or life back. And so I'm starting with that because that's the class that I start as, and both of them is the sniper class, so I'm limited as to what I know about the other classes so far. The sniper class now, he kind of does something similar to Lilith's phase walk from the first one, only you don't move at hyper speeds, which kind of a downer. But like I said, I think they were trying to weaken the characters overall and stop them from being tanks in their own right and kind of emphasize the groups even more. And I'm fine with that. I miss Bloodwing, but what can you do? And they took it a step further and kind of weakened the class modifications too, it seems like. Like, I pretty much used to, even as a sniper, be able to do almost any of the stuff on my own. Now, I don't know that I'd be able to. I have a feeling I would get my ass kicked in some of the areas. I don't really know, because the whole reason I play Borderlands is to play in a group, to play a co-op game where me and friends and online partners just shoot the hell out of shit. And it's fun. I'm definitely giving this one like 5 out of 5, but they had me going in. I mean, it would have really been hard. Somebody would have had to come with each copy of the disc and rape me in the ass in order for me to not love this game. So I'm a little biased in my opinion. Alright, so definitely at least try Borderlands. If you were a fan of the first one, it's a given. You're going to buy it, and you should, because it's awesome. And you should buy it for PS3, because I don't have enough people I know in real life playing with me, and that's a damn shame. Anyway, so that is that for Borderlands. Now the second thing I'm reviewing has to do with Borderlands, and I feel like my little Bluetooth headset was really doing the trick. And Turtle Beach has a new line that they just announced at E3 and just came out. The Xbox version came out about a month ago, and the PS3 version this past week, called the LA series. I of course got the PLA for PlayStation. It's a USB powered headset and mic. The sound is good, loud speakers, the mic's clear, comes through nice, doesn't pick up a lot of background voice, which the mic does have the mic holes like aimed towards your mouth to discourage picking up the background from the TV and shit. So it works really well, and it's USB powered, so you're going to have a cord. Which is good or bad depending on who you are. Me personally, I'm fine with it. I don't like having to charge my shit all the time and worry about pairing and interference, and the cord's plenty long. It's like a 15-foot cord. The buttons are all pretty easy to reach. They're all on the right hand side. You got a volume for voice control, volume for game, both just volume wheels, and then you have a mic switch for muting your mic. Now, those are all pretty positives, and it feels fairly well made. I mean, you're not going to have it really nice, because I think the Xbox version costs $30 and the PS3 costs $40, you know, so it's like a mid to lower mid-range headset price. That being said, the comfort may be a killer for some people, especially if you have long gaming sessions. It doesn't feel that heavy when you're just holding it, but after wearing this for about an hour and a half, I went to turn my head and felt like somebody just ran up and punched me in my fucking neck as hard as they could. I'm guessing most of the heft comes from the long cable kind of weighing you down, and you don't really notice it at first, but eventually you will notice it. Like, I've only been using it for 2 days now, and my neck is actually sore from using this thing. another thing about it is I don't have it adjusted out at all. I've got a pretty good size head and don't need to adjust it. So this must be made for people wearing helmets or having huge fucking heads. I don't know what it is, but the sizing and the ergonomics of it just seem off. If I was going just by the quality and the performance, I would probably give this thing a 5 out of 5 at the price it sells for. But if I was going just by comfort, I would give it maybe a 2 if I'm feeling generous. So overall, I'm going to say it's a 3 out of 5, just because, I mean, for the price, you can't really beat the quality. But if you game online, chances are you game for fairly good sized portions of time, and this thing is going to kill your fucking neck. I mean, there's no way around it. Like, if you have a neck brace, I seriously wouldn't make fun of you for wearing it while you're wearing this and gaming. I would be like, fuck, that's a smart son of a bitch. Where'd you get that neck brace? Anyway, that being said, if you're looking for a cheap, low, mid-range, and have a nice, comfy Barca lounger or fucking recliner that you can put all the weight on while you play, go ahead and pick this up. It's a decent mic, you know, and like I said, it's only, I think I paid like $38 for it on Amazon, something like that. But, not bad. So, 3 out of 5 for the headset, 5 out of 5 for the game.